Hi, this is Shannah and welcome to the super moon reading. So this super moon reading is called What Makes You Shine Bright? Because now on the 13th of July, we have the super buck moon. So it's the biggest and brightest full moon of the year. And because of that, I decided to go for what makes you shine. So to find this out, we have three possibilities. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take your pile to, or take your time to choose your pile, and I will see you in a couple of moments. So if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So what makes you shine bright? Let's see what this beautiful moon reveals about you. So first of all, we have courage. Wait, we have two cards. We have courage. We have adventures. And we have transformation. Wow. So what we have here is like, what makes you shine bright is actually the feeling of living in the edge, of pushing your limits. You love to discover new things about you, about your surroundings, about the world, the universe, people. And you're like an explorer. That would be the best word to describe you. You're an explorer. You like to explore new things. You like to break new ground and see what you can do. And with this transformation, it's really like you constantly reinventing yourself because you're always pushing your limits. And you feel the best, or you feel at your best, when you are lost in a jungle trying to find your way out, or you are racing like motorcycles or cars, or even running, right, breaking records. When you are doing what other people just dream of, you're taking risks, you're climbing mountains, you're swimming oceans, you love to go on quests, you love to make the impossible possible. You probably would love to be an astronaut, for instance, or maybe you're a surfer, you're a big wave surfer, and you travel to the most exotic beaches all over the world in order to surf those big waves. Or you like to swim with sharks, something like that. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but maybe it is. Maybe you love like extreme sports, or you love adrenaline, you love to be in the edge, you love speed, you love the wind in your face. So you need that feeling of breaking new ground, like I was saying, of pushing your limits. And this is when you shine bright. This is when you're at your best. So you, pile number 1, you cannot have like a normal life, a 9-to-5 job. That would probably kill you in the long run. You need something exciting, even if it's not, if you need like your 9-to-5 job to pay your bills, which makes sense. But in your free time, you need to be doing something daring, something different, something out of this world almost. And you're like a hero, an explorer, a hero. You climb the highest mountains. You need it's the need for speed, so to say. You need that to be on the edge. Then we have, from the tarot cards, we have the 3 of Pentacles, recognition and reward. And we have another 3, but this is the Empress, is the major arcana. Okay, so you can be an athlete, like I was saying earlier, like breaking records. You like, getting your efforts recognized, getting medals, getting prizes. You're at your best when your efforts are recognized. Of course, anyone could say that, but you probably do. You probably get medals or cups, like prizes. And can we even be like a professional sportler, or you'd like to be one, right? Could be also a pilot. Like I said, your thing is about breaking records and also living the way you want to live. Very original, very different. and very creative as well, because this is here, the Empress is all about creativity, it's all about manifesting beautiful things into the world and being true to yourself, being who you are. So you're someone who's very innovative, is someone who's always having new ideas. You can even be an inventor, for instance, like I was saying, breaking new ground. You discover new things, you find new solutions, and you're very, very brave. You dare to go where others don't even dream about, not even in their wildest dreams. You know, you're someone that probably would go around the world in a balloon, for instance, something that would give you immense pleasure. You need the adrenaline and you need creativity. You need to transform. Again, we have transformation, your surroundings as well. It's not just you transforming yourself, reinventing yourself. So, because you're always trying new sides of yourself, you're always transforming the world around you. This is quite beautiful. Yeah. And this is when you shine brightest. And then we have last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. So this card here is like an advice, and because you're at your best and you shine brightest when you're taking risks, when you're conquering the world, so to say, the card is telling you, do it. Don't talk about it. Don't just dream about it. Don't just, wow, one day I'll do this. No, do it. Would feel more is like, what do you feel that you need to do? What do you need to prepare? Where do you feel you belong? Where do you want to go? And this is what the card is telling you. If you feel you belong somewhere else, if you feel your life should be different, then make it happen, make it different, step by step, but do it. And this is like, talk less, feel more. And you are someone as well that you're very in tune with your own feelings, because I see you being very alive, very connected with, and you have, I was going to say with your higher self, because you have that innate trust to the universe. Like the universe has your back, the universe will catch your fall. So you're not afraid of just throwing yourself to the next adventure. But you also prepare. So it's not just you being all crazy, you also prepare. And the Three of Pentacles is preparation, and it's also presenting then your work for someone else, to someone else. For instance, like you can cross the desert barefoot, and then you make a documentary about it, and the documentary wins prizes or gets very successful, for instance. So you share your work, you share your adventures with other people, and that in a very successful way. Yeah. Oh, wow. Pile number 1. This is wonderful. So I hope this resonates with you. I hope this inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful full moon. Have a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So what makes you shine bright? Let's put this over here. So the first card is simplicity. Then we have relaxation. And then we have change. Wow. This is really a crass contrast to pile 1. So what makes you shine bright is a simple life. You don't need anything special. You just need your quiet moments. You just need rest, to have a time just for yourself in order to reconnect. And you also need change, of course. Change is part of life, but your change is something quiet, is something that happens almost on its own, meaning you're so into your energy, you're so calm that you allow it to happen. So it's not something that you have to force it to happen, or like, I need change. No, change goes smoothly. And you see here this horse on a balloon, so to say. Then it's like it happens, it floats, changes float around you. And it's funny that we have here this full moon, because this is a full moon reading. And you shine the brightest when you listen to your own rhythm, when you're surrounded just by the essentials. So you actually may be a minimalist, in the sense you don't need many things around you. And it's like, if you have many things, then it can be a burden to you. It like slows you down and it dims your energy. And the less stuff you have, the happier you feel, the freer you feel to travel, or to move in the world. Because I think also that you are also a traveler. I have the feeling here. But you travel to places where you feel relaxed, so where you can relax. So you love holidays just to relax. So if you go on a holiday, you're not someone that's looking for adventure, or you have to visit all the museums, or you have to do all these sports. No, you just want peace and quiet. These moments of pure introspection, or pure you time, like here reading, just replenishing your energies. And you're very sensitive as well. So because you're sensitive, you really react to your environment. So your environment has to be balanced, has to be harmonious, in order for you to feel well, in order for you to shine. Everything has to be in balance. Everything has to be peaceful. Yeah, you need peace around you in order to shine. You need harmony. And also like a childlike energy is what I'm getting here with change. Innocence. Yeah, this is like this innocence around you. It's really beautiful. Now, then we have the tarot cards, and we have the Eight of Cups, emotional withdrawal, and we have the Hierophant. He is a 5 wisdom. Now, with emotional withdrawal here, this is not something sad. This is actually something quite positive, because again, this is something you need. And in this case, it's like you need to withdraw from stressful situations, from conflicts, from also the energy of other people. You're someone who likes to spend time alone. And you're someone, again, you see here we have reading. Here's a book again. So you like to learn. And you're at the best when you're left at your own devices. And if we give you a book, and quiet and just like peaceful environment, you'll be so happy, because you're learning, you're reading, and you're spending time by yourself. And this is your way of replenishing your energies. And this is something you need in order to shine, is peace and quiet and a book. And you're someone who's very learned, and you're someone who loves to learn. You'll be learning all your life. You'll be reading books all your life. You love to know about other perspectives and other points of view, and also learning new subjects. So you're always learning, you're always expanding your mind. The world can be a burden to you. So the reality itself can be a burden to you. And it could be here with this beautiful card, and also this one, that you must sometimes very withdrawn from the world. It's like you are there, you function, but you're not taking part. You're not participating on an emotional level. It may be that you don't want anything to do with the world. You find it too stressful, or too aggressive and full of conflict, with a lot of competition and a lot of things wanting to catch your attention, like advertisements, everywhere advertisements, like that can be quite aggressive for a sensitive soul. So, and you see they're like turned around, they're not facing us. You may be an introvert, you need this time for yourself. You can also help other people. You're a very helpful person, and you can be a healer as well, or even a teacher. And teaching, healing, giving advice, You may be very spiritual, so meditating can be very helpful for you as well in order to replenish your energy, in order to shine that beautiful inner energy. But like I was saying, the outer world can be very stressful for you, and you need to withdraw now and again, sometimes for you very often even. And then we have the last card. We have full moon in Capricorn. In the Western or tropical astrology, it will be this full moon in July. It will be the full moon in Capricorn, but that's not the actual position of the moon in the sky. If you look at the sky, the full moon will be in Sagittarius. So that would be the sidereal astrology or the Vedic astrology, which takes the actual positions and the actual measurements or the actual dimensions of the constellations, right? So the moon will actually be in Sagittarius, but for some reason, I don't know why, which calculations will lead to that, the Western astrology became dogmatic, and now it's supposed to be in Capricorn, but it's in Sagittarius. But of course, everyone does it the way they feel more comfortable with. It's okay. But I prefer to take the actual objects in the sky. Now, with full moon in Capricorn, this is really like an advice for you, this card, because take a reality check. Capricorn, it's a very pragmatic energy, right? It's really down to earth energy. These are the makers of the zodiac, and they're very powerful. Capricorns, they're incredibly powerful. They're wonderful. But because they're very down to earth, and here we have take a reality check. It's like the advice is, it's good that you shine when you withdraw your energy, when you are just by yourself, but try to connect to planet Earth as well, so that you don't completely float away. Imagine that. Because I'm someone who's also very propense to daydreaming. I love to daydream. It could be a form of escapism, could be a form of creativity. It doesn't matter. The thing is, if you think like one day when you're on the other side, when you arrive in the spiritual world and someone asks you, how was your experience on earth? And your answer will be, well, I don't know. I was daydreaming. I was somewhere else. It's like, okay, so why were you there? But that's no judgment. It's just an idea I had, because I also trying to connect more to planet Earth, to the reality. And I find this advice really good. It's like, take a reality check. In this case, in this context, connect yourself to reality, to the 3D, to what surrounds you. Even if it's not very pleasant sometimes, you can always then go back to your special place, to your peaceful place where you can replenish, but try to share your energy. And this is also the energy here of the Hierophant, sharing your energy with other people, because your energy is also very calm, it's very harmonious, it's very sweet and loving and very innocent. It's like that. I was getting that feeling of almost childlike. And it's really beautiful. This can heal many people. Your energy can heal many people, can heal the world. So it's like this full moon in Capricorn, this card is really inviting you to share yourself with the world as much as you can. Never force yourself, of course. When you feel that it's too much, you withdraw, replenish, then can come back. Follow your own rhythm. And pile number 2, I hope this resonates. I hope this inspires you, and I wish you a wonderful full moon, and if Capricorn and Sagittarius, it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful full moon, and I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. So what makes you shine bright? Pile number 3. So let's start. The first card is going forward. Then we have new beginnings. Wow. And then we have truth. Well, what makes you shine bright? let's start with the truth card, is when you're being authentic, when you feel you can be who you really are. This is really interesting because I immediately use that word, when you feel you can be authentic, because many of you would like to be authentic, or you probably are already very authentic, but sometimes you may feel criticized, or maybe you don't feel welcome by showing like your true colors, depending where you're at. Of course, remember, is a collective reading, but it's when you feel the happiest. Of course, this would make sense, like you may probably think, oh, well, that's logical. If you are who you are, then you'll be happy. But many people don't really need that as such, but you need it at your core to speak your truth, to say what you really feel, to say what you really think, and to speak truth at all times. But it's not always possible. There's diplomacy, there's politics, even in part-time jobs, there's all these things happening. But this is when you feel the happiest, is when you're speaking your truth, when you are who you really are. And with going forward and new beginnings, it's like you always have to be involved in new projects. You need that feeling that you're manifesting something new into the world, that the things are moving, that the ball or the stone is rolling, right? And you set things in motion. You need that feeling of things being in motion. So you're very, very creative, and you always have new ideas. And then when you start something new, it's like you're unstoppable, because you cannot stop until you have the feeling that it's done, or that the first phase is done, that you have to be active, 100% active. Now, with pile one, for instance, they needed to take risks, and to be daring, right? This is not so much your case. Yeah, it's just for you, it's just the fact of being in motion. It doesn't have to be like living on the edge. It's just you having the feeling that you're alive when things are happening, when you're, like I said, you're setting things in motion. You're manifesting ideas, you're manifesting projects, you're manifesting your vision. And this feeling of new beginnings, you love that. Maybe you're someone that loves to move houses a lot, or move countries, move location. You love that feeling of new beginnings, or you probably, if you don't move your house, you probably are someone who's constantly redecorating your house because of that feeling of freshness, of, being somewhere else, even if you're at the same place, right? Or you're reinventing yourself, trying new styles, new hobbies. You need that. You need that. And with going forward, I'm also getting here the feeling of traveling. You need that feeling of going from place to place, of discovering the world. And probably with going forward is also, you love to travel, not only because of the cultures or the countries that you're going to visit, as also the movement itself. So probably you're someone who loves to be on a plane, or on a train, or on a car, like the movement forward, frees your heart, makes your heart sing. And that is very powerful for you. Is then suddenly is when you get the best ideas, when you can see clearer. And maybe, for instance, you're a walker, in the sense of you love to walk. Maybe you're also a runner, like a jogger or something like that. But especially if you walk, you need that, like walking long distances, to clear your mind, to see things differently, to see things clearer, and probably walking in nature as well. Wow, there's a lot here. I don't know if you like to wake up early, but the dawn is a very creative part of the day for you. So if you usually don't wake up at dawn, maybe you can try it a couple of times just to see, if that's really your case. But you see here that the sun is rising here in these two cards. So the rising of the sun can be very impactful for you when it comes to your energy and ideas and so on. Now let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Now I only wanted 2 cards, but you got 3 because you're special. So these 2 came together. We have here the sacral chakra, number 2, and we have number 9, solitude. And we also got the 8 of Pentacles, positive movement forward. Again, movement forward. And the 8 of Pentacles is actually, it has to do with work usually. But here in this case, they draw this boat on the sea. So again, it has to do with travel, with movement, especially when it comes to work. It's always like creating something new. And maybe you love to travel and when it, for work. Maybe you're like a travel blogger, for instance. That exists as well, still. And I hope it's still very successful. I haven't been following any travel bloggers lately, but it's a beautiful thing. And I wish I could do the same, actually. I love that. But coming back to your subject, it's more important. I really like these 2 cards together. And they really catch my eye. Because here with solitude, you need your time of solitude as well. Although you find people to be very intriguing, I would say, I have the feeling here, because you see this tree is also alone. And of course, the trees, they are interconnected to one another below the ground, right? But this one is here standing alone, you know, challenging the weather, so to say. So you're someone who also likes, I wouldn't say you're a lone wolf. It's not really that energy, but you need that time alone in order to, you know, to connect yourself, you know, like this pillar here, to feel that pillar, to feel that connection between you and the universe. You need to be alone for some time. You know, maybe for instance, you work the whole day and the whole day you're dealing with different people, but then in the evening you need at least like 1 or 2 hours just by yourself, right? So it's not always possible, especially if you have family, but this is something that probably you would need some time just for yourself. But here with the book, it's also like you feel very connected to your destiny. You also feel that you have an important mission. And some of you probably don't know exactly what it is, but it may have to do with travel, but it's with movement, right? You can be even a dancer. I'm getting dancers right now, dancers, runners, everything that has to do with movement here. But it can also be movement of the mind, right? Thinkers, you know, could be geniuses here. There could be inventors here. Pile 1 was also inventor and funny, but it's like movement of the mind. It can be scientists, right? And family mothers. There's hardly another being that has to think on so many levels like a mother. I'm sorry, guys, but that's so true. So we have to respect the mothers and appreciate them because mothers are amazing. Most of the time, of course. So, but now here with the sacral chakra, sacral chakra, of course, is the chakra of sexuality, but also of creation. So your mission in life and what makes you really happy is when you're being creative again. And your creativity is not just subjective, it's not something just in your mind. That happens as well, but you feel the need, you feel happy when you turn that creativity into something feasible, into something tangible. That's the word. When you make it happen in the 3D, when you can express it. So you need to express all these ideas. Some of you, of course, is right in front of me. You can be a writer and you write down your thoughts, or maybe first you write down everything and then you create something else, but you need to put it on paper because you get a lot of ideas from the 5D, from your higher self. You're always being bombarded with wonderful ideas, and put them all in paper because this will fuel your creativity and you have the power of manifestation. Pile number 3, you have this power and this will take you places. And these places can be actual places on the 3D, but could be also spiritual places, can be imagination places, in your own universe places. You're always traveling, be it in your mind, be it in the 5D or the 3D. There's always movement, and this makes you happy. So you cannot have a stagnant life. Yes, you can withdraw yourself and have a rest, but if it takes too long, if you stay too long in one place, not in one place, you can live in the same town. But what I mean is, when there's nothing moving forward and you become stagnant, it's like you're feeling that your energy is being drained. And then you feel weaker and weaker, then you do lesser and lesser. So you need movement in order to get more energy. So if you start feeling that your energy is stagnant and you're not ill, because sometimes some kinds of illnesses also drain your energy. So please differentiate. But if you feel just getting very stagnant or stuck, go for a walk, go for a run, take your bicycle, take your car, go in circles or find new landscapes to see because you need something new. And then suddenly the energy starts flowing again. And that's when you shine your brightest, when you're on the move. Then we have the last card, New Moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. And that's the thing, like, many of you probably want to travel, want to take more risks in your life, or want to, show your talents. You want to do more with your life, but you're a bit afraid of consequences. Again, here you feel a bit alone here with this tree, being all alone, challenging the weather. So this card is advising you to just trust that everything will be well. It's like the card is telling you, go, follow the horizon, go beyond the horizon, and trust that the universe will have your back, because the universe wants you to be you, wants you to discover, wants you to be happy, wants you to shine bright. And so this is what you have to develop, that inner trust that you are loved and you are safe, because you are safe. Pile number 3. So pile number 3, I hope this resonates. I hope this inspires you, and I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you.